Hey guys, Jordan here with the North 40 Fly Shop in Sandpoint, Idaho. We're going to tie a little Intruder Sculpin streamer for you today. I put this streamer together after some other, Sculpin streamers that are out on the market. Kind of pulled some parts from many patterns that I liked and put this one together. I like the idea of an intruder hook on these because you get a lot of short strikes on these Sculpin patterns when you're fishing them. Usually fishing them in faster water, faster retrieve. So having that intruder hook in the back is really effective, and it's been a great streamer for me. So I'd like to show you how to tie it. To get started, we're going to be using a 1 5/8" steelhead shank here and some 210 denier in brown Danville. I'm going to start my thread at the back here, and then for my intruder line, I'll just be using 20-pound monofilament with a wide gap Kamagatsu finesse hook. I like the monofilament because it's readily available. You just grab it right off of your fishing bag. Easy to tie in, clear, fairly stiff. Easy, you can just clip it off with your scissors without dulling your scissors up. It's one that I like using on these, like trout style streamers. The next step, just fold it back, secure it on there so it's not going to pull off. There we go. Reach in and clip it off. And the gap I'm using on this one is, about 1 inch from the point of the hook to the back of the shank there. You can always shorten that up or lengthen it depending on the size of the fly you're tying, but for the one today, that's what I'll be doing. Next step, I'm going to be using a frost-tipped brown rabbit strip, standard length, not a magnum strip. And when you're pre-measuring this, I like to run the rabbit strip right to the back of that hook. Give it a pretty good tail, gives it good motion, good profile. And then the next step you'll want to do is separate your fibers here, so that when you tie it in, you're tying right down to the hide and not trapping any hair. And 3 or 4 wraps should be plenty on there. I'll have to secure it, and we can flip this out of the way, and we'll use it later on. So our next step, we'll take a barred brown Sculpin, and what I like to do is just pull the fibers off here, expose the stem, and you'll tie that right in front of your rabbit strip, lay it on top. Then you're going to take some brown UV chenille here, polar chenille, and just expose the core of it there and tie it right in as well. So then you can take your gator grip. Normally you'd have the loop on here for doing your dubbing loops. I really like this tool because they give you a alligator jaw. It's great for making these kind of brushes here. So you just lay your chenille on top of your Sculpin. You can grab all of it with your gator grip. One thing I like to do is after you do that, just cut your excess off, and then you just spin it on. Makes a really cool brush for doing streamers. You can do game changers with this Sculpin pattern, of course. Smaller buggers, just a cool brush for your streamers. And I like to use the outside blade of my scissors to kind of rough it up and spread those fibers out. Once you get that where you like it, advance your thread forward and start palmering it. I don't do touching wraps on this. Keeps the fibers from getting caught under each other. And as I'm going, I'm going to pull those fibers back so they're not getting trapped and they're heading the right direction. And one nice thing about this tool is it's got that finger spot in the middle of it. Makes wrapping really easy. We don't want to go all the way forward. We want to leave room for our Sculpin helmet and the rest of our material. So right about there is perfect. Just before that bend in the eye of the hook comes in again is right where you want to stop. So you cut that free, preen all this back, lash it down real good. And before I go any further, I will take my Sculpin helmet, slide it on and make sure that my spacing is good. Make sure I didn't go too far. If I need to go farther, I can. But that's kind of what you're looking for. That's perfect right there. So I'm going to invert the vise here. I'm going to tie in some red ice wing fiber. So I take just a little pinch of it out of the bag, double it over, and you can always, if you got some longer ones, I'll just shorten it like that. Tie it directly on the bottom of the streamer. A couple wraps, fold the rest over. A couple more wraps. Grab it and cut this at an angle, just like that. Adds a little hot spot on the bottom of your fly there. I'm going to flip the vise back over. The next step is going to be our partridge. We're going to use some darker partridge feathers for the fins on this sculpin. As you can tell, partridge wings have a cup to them. We're going to oppose the cups, and there's going to be one on each side for the fins. And what you can do is after you pull them off of your bird, you can lay them on top of each other and strip the fibers back so that they're the same size, just like that. And I always pull off feathers that are right next to each other on the bird so they're relatively the same size. So you'll take one, tie it in real good on one side, take your other one, same thing, cupped out, tie it on. That's it. You can reach in, cut your stems off. Okay, and for the final step on this body, I like to take some golden brown ice stuff. Not a lot of it. As you can tell, I just got a little clump here. I'm going to pull and stack this here to get the fibers all going the right direction. I'll pull it in half again, and one half is going to go on one side, one's going to go on the other. So lay this dubbing right into the cup of one of your fins and tie it on. You're going to want to leave that fuzzy in there. I'll show you why here in a second. Do the same thing on the other side. Tie it in. And I'm going to come in and just cut some of this dubbing off. The reason for that is when I put this sculpin helmet on, that dubbing is going to hold our head cement so that the helmet has something to adhere to. So that's pretty much it for this part of the fly. Just going to whip finish off right where I was. Take some loon hardhead here. This brush applicator is real handy for this step. Give it a quick mix, load that brush up, and just goop it on into that dubbing. And as you can tell, it turns into like a slushy kind of mess there, but that's perfect. That's what that sculpin helmet's going to stick to. So then, take your helmet, slide it right over the top, and if you got, kind of manipulate that glob of glue there, slide it right on. And now we've got, if you look, I've got plenty of room to pull this rabbit strip over and tie it in. So I will reattach my thread here in front of the helmet behind the eye. Snip it free, pull that rabbit strip over, and again separate your hair here so that you got just bare hide. Tied in with a couple of good wraps. Yeah, there we go. What's nice about these small pointed razor scissors is you can reach in and cut right down to your thread without actually hitting it. You get a nice clean cut. And that's pretty much it. Take the whip finish tool again. Finish it off. And then for the last step, we're going to put eyes on this. All these helmets come with eyes. And they come with little divots there for you to put the eyes in. So, I'll peel one off. Put it in the divot on this side. Same thing on the other side. And as that head cures on there with that head cement under there, that mohawk helps keep the head in place too. It's a pretty good system there. So we're going to take some regular clear UV flow. Just going to put a quick dollop of it on each eye. And if you know, it's hard to see in the video, but as you're doing this at home, you'll see that that UV seeps underneath the eye too. And when you hit it with the light, it just cures it all in there real nice into that divot there. So then, just take your UV light, give them a quick little cure, and that's it, guys. That's the whole fly. Cool little sculpin pattern. I've been fishing this one for a little bit now, all around the area, and it's been a good one. This is probably my favorite color combo, a real dark one, but I've done many other colors, and it's worked out pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any more questions about the tools and the materials we used, please visit us in shop in Sandpoint or at north40flyshop.com, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Thanks for watching.